Roots, a big vision, and the desire to share handcrafted beer with America's finest city, Karl Strauss has grown from one brewery restaurant to a local institution. Make sure you try one of their tasty craft brews at the Karl Strauss Beer Garden. ESPN University will be broadcasting the Copley Cup and the Jessup Whittier Cup races again this year in May. All you have to do is go to www.crewclassic.org for the schedule. That's the San Diego Crew Classic, Edition 39, coming up in May on ESPN University.
Attention, go.
Event 54, the Women's Club B, has just started. In lane 1, we have Marin Rowing Association. Lane 2, Long Beach Rowing Association. Lane 3, Style Driven Rowing Club from Boston. Lane 4, East Bay Rowing from Oakland. Lane 5, Villanova University, Pennsylvania. Lane 6, Willamette Rowing Club from Oregon. All of the crews are through the breakdown zone. We have a clean start. Lanes 1 and 2, Marin Rowing Association in lane 1 and Long Beach Rowing Association in lane 2 are duking it out for first place. We have a very solid battle here for third place between lanes 4, 5, and 6. East Bay Rowing in lane 4, Villanova in lane 5, and Willamette in lane 6. Not sure what happened to Style Driven Rowing Club. They have already fallen more than a boat length behind the nearest crew. Lane 6, Willamette Rowing Club, has moved a little ahead of Villanova and East Bay. It's still too close to call between Marin and Long Beach Rowing Association. Willamette is pushing up. It is now a three-way race to be in the first place. As we are approaching the 500-meter mark, we have Marin Rowing Association, Long Beach Rowing Association in lane 2, and Willamette are bow ball to bow ball. In lane 5, Villanova, and in lane 4, East Bay Rowing. Bringing up the rear is Style Driven Rowing Club, lane 3. We just passed the 500 meters.
Marin off to a brisk start. They are being shadowed by the Long Beach Rowing Association crew. And certainly not to be counted out of it, especially in this early going, is Willamette Rowing Club on the far outside. Villanova, East Bay, and the only crew that has lost touch here is Style Driven. Style Driven Rowing Club comes out of Boston, Massachusetts.
So long-time rivals Long Beach and Marin. They're in lanes 1 and 2, and they're the two that are really taking it to each other at the moment. At this point, Marin would seem to have a slight advantage, probably one seat, over Long Beach. Chasing them on the outside is Willamette, but obviously separated by the distance of 3 lanes. 3 from this race go through to join the 3 qualifiers from the previous heat.
Certainly a bow ball to bow ball battle, or bow marker. Marin in lane 1 and Long Beach Rowing Association in lane number 2.
Looks like Marin have eased out a bit now in front of Long Beach. Long Beach still in touch. There isn't clear water yet, but it's probably a matter of a few strokes before there is. Long Beach struggling hard to stay in touch. They're just coming down that protected bank of Vacation Island. and they're about to hit any wind that might be coming through the Ingram Street Gap.
Marin is on the shoreline. They're in lane number 1. Long Beach on their outside shoulder in lane 2. The crew in lane 3, Style Drvn, has put themselves out of the race and just going through the motions right now. As a matter of fact, the officials' boat has moved down and is in front of them. Then all the way to the outside. Willamette certainly has stayed in touch. Villanova and East Bay. Back to our leader, Marin, followed by Long Beach. Willamette on the far outside.
Long Beach had not given up. I mean, there may only be a couple of meters of clear water between Marin and Long Beach, but any advantage that Marin are taking is hard fought, because Long Beach are really hanging on in there. They're staying in touch. They can feel and hear Marin ahead of them, so they'll be knowing to keep going.
East Bay just caught a bit of a crab there. A lot of splashing came up on the last couple of strokes, and they have lost momentum. Villanova has gotten past them on the far outside, but Willamette, can't forget them. They're all the way on that outside, and I'm certain that both Marin and Long Beach Rowing Club would be aware of their presence way out there. Villanova and East Bay kind of going neck and neck after Villanova has checked that East Bay's troubles, and they're splashing around a bit even now, as a matter of fact. And out of touch is Style Drvn. Back to our leaders, Marin on the shoreline. Their outside shoulder is going to be Long Beach Rowing Club, and Willamette all the way on the outside. None of them have really ratcheted it up yet, so we'll see who goes to the gas first, and that might make the difference in where everybody shows and winds up here. Marin along the shore. Long Beach has begun to creep up just ever so slightly on them, and Willamette seems to be falling back just a bit. Then we have open water back to that Villanova East Bay tussle, and Style Drvn is far back.
Yeah, it's very difficult for Willamette at this point in the race. They're kind of rowing out in a vacuum out there. It feels like there's no one around them. You know, the great temptation is for the members of the crew to look around, so big responsibility on the cops to let them know how close they are.
This is Marin. Dark jerseys, dark shell, red hats. Moving along smartly along the shoreline lane. Long Beach State, check that, Long Beach Rowing Club. Let them get away. All the way on the outside, that is Willamette, so that looks like our unofficial 1, 2, 3, Marin, Long Beach Rowing Club, and Willamette. Then we have open water back to the brightly clad East Bay crew, and Villanova on the far outside. And trailing way back is Style Drvn.
So Marin, Long Beach, and Willamette will join San Diego Rowing Club, Mile High, and Lake Casitas in the final.
Well, Marin picks up the victory in this one, but that just qualifies them to get into the grand final along with Long Beach Rowing Club and Willamette out of this particular group. And we will be moving on here in just a moment or two to pick up race number 55. And race 55 is the Men's Club A.